Travis, congratulations on a brilliant turn, and
Thank you.
you're the first batter to score a century in a World Test Championship final. I mean, how does that feel like your name is etched in the history books now with this great knock, and you have put Australia ahead?
Yeah, I guess losing the toss this morning, I thought it was going to be a challenging day. The score probably doesn't reflect that. I feel like the wicket got a fair bit there for us throughout the next 4 days. But yeah, personally, nice to contribute, nice to get the tour off to a nice start.
Travis, firstly, good to see the mustache back. It always works. Just about pacing of the innings, that's been a narrative around your batting throughout your Test career. Do you think you've just got it right? Finally, you're still attacking, but you're still keeping the good balls out, and you're still scoring quickly.
Yeah, I said in the lead in that if runs are presented, if the ball's there presented to score off, I'm looking to score off it, and anything between. Trying to my best ability to stay out there, and I felt like there was moments of that today. There were some challenging periods, and some periods where, look, it's the first time I've seen a Test match. I played a few championship games here, but yeah, the ball gets to the boundary pretty quickly if you find the middle of the bat, and I guess that was the theme of the start of my innings. I was just trying to, yeah, play within myself and trying to find the middle of the bat. I felt like it was challenging in the right areas, and if you can hit a gap and get away, I guess the scoreboard moves, and we're able to do that in that middle session.
Trav, I know you enjoy coming to England, but were there things that you felt like you need to change in how you batted over here from 2019?
I think technically, yeah, I've made those changes not just for England but for all round. I feel like, yes, there's certain parts of your game that you adapt in each condition that you go to. That's the same going to anywhere. But the foundations are set, and my technique has definitely changed a lot since 2019. And I felt like coming here, I was in a better place, and but you never guaranteed anything. So yeah, nice to prepare well. Nice to have the last couple of weeks over here and preparing and getting ready for what was to come. And it's a nice start to the summer.
Travis, what is your reading of the pitch, and how do you look at the decision of winning the toss and fielding first?
Well, I'm not sure. I think we were going to do the same thing. I don't get too involved in that kind of stuff, but yeah, I believe that we were going to bowl as well. Definitely, if you get it in the right area, there's plenty there. And I think as we see, there was runs on offer, and if you got in the right area, it was challenging. So I think as the game goes on, hopefully it gets a little bit quicker for us, and we can find the right lengths and the right areas to bowl. And I feel like if you can do that consistently for a long period of time, it can be a challenging wicket.
Trev, what was the hardest part about batting out there today? Was it pitch-wise, was it the ones that would occasionally fly for length? There was a few that stayed down, or did it sort of flatten out and quicken up as the day went on?
I wouldn't say it flattened or quickened up. I think we've seen the second new ball was challenging work as well. But yeah, that good length, the top of the stumps was hard work. And then as we've seen when they went to that short pitch plan, that yeah, it wasn't the most consistent wicket, and obviously with the Duke swing a little bit, it made for some awkward moments. But all plans that I felt like they were going to come at throughout the day if we were able to bat for a long period of time. And yeah, obviously the wickets are a lot different to Australia, so they're always a touch on the slower side as the game goes on. Hopefully it quickens up a little bit, we find the right areas, and we can create 20 opportunities.
Travis, how much do you think the changes in your game have been psychological? Do you feel like you're playing a more uncluttered game, you're more certain about what you're doing than you might have been doing previously?
Yeah, I just think it comes with experience. Trying to get as many learnings and understand the game, and I feel like I've done that over a longer period of time now. And yeah, I'm in a nice little period of my life, I guess, as well off field. Yeah, they're just all merging into clarity and consistency, and that's what we've asked for as a team. It's a very enjoyable team to play for. Obviously, I like to enjoy myself. We all know the right moments to do that, the right moments to knuckle down. I feel like yeah, it just plays really nicely into my game and the environment that I like to play under and what's being created. So yeah, I think I flourish under this environment, but also technically and everything part of my game, the ownership around my own game, people I have around me. I think as you go on your career, turning 30 this year, and yeah, you go through periods, and I'll fall back on them, and I feel like I'm in a nice position. Yeah, in all round.
Travis, hi. Can you talk us about the partnership with Steve Smith, and he's of course senior person and has been playing the county cricket as well. What was the talk during the partnership?
Yeah, we don't talk too much. I've always said that I do really enjoy batting with Steve because of how much attention he receives. Obviously, one of the best players in the world. Probably our best player. He's our best batter, and unbelievable in these conditions. And he receives so much attention from the opposition in terms of plans and how difficult he is to bowl to. So I always felt like I've always said, going out to bat with him, it feels like you're in the shadow of that, and you can sort of sneak under the radar and go about your business because he's drawn so much attention. So it felt like that again today. It felt like he wasn't going to leave anywhere, he wasn't going to go anywhere. He's at the other end and sort of got in that rhythm and just went about business. And a lot of balls that he may play or play out is a lot different to me. So I think we complement each other completely differently, but in the partnership it works really nicely.
Trav, you saw him pretty closely in 2019. What he did over here did it feel like it was the same, like determination, or like it was just mercilessness, whatever the word is, against them, and like just hit that zone today to what he did 4 years ago against England?
Yeah, I felt like his prep's been like that. He loves batting over here. Played county championship. I felt like there was moments he probably could have got a big couple of big scores there. A few things didn't go his way, but prepared well. He seems like he's in a great space. I know how much he loves the environment over here, playing over here. Plays beautifully, and so it's nice to see him in the runs, and hopefully many more tomorrow.
Trav, congratulations. After a fair bit of chopping and changing, do you finally feel as though you're secure in the 11 at this point?
Yeah, I felt like that for a period of time. I know certain decisions haven't gone my way in the past, but I felt like I'm got a fair bit to contribute to this team and valued within the team, and that doesn't always guarantee playing. But the squad of guys that we've got, I've always felt like that for a couple of years now. Selection's not going to go your way sometimes, but entrenched within the Australian cricket team that I've got the backing of the staff and the captain and the players, so it's nice.
Trav, in the last couple of years, you've played a selection of these innings where the team score has maybe been a bit 50-50 when you've come in 3 down for not many, 5 down not many. Is that a situation you feel you thrive on now? Do you enjoy that chance to shape the game?
It just comes naturally, I think. There's moments where it's been the platform set or not. I guess my job is to go out and try and be as consistent as I can be. Like I said, be positive around a scoring approach. I feel like I play my best game that way, and if that lends it being 3 for 10 or 3 for 300, it's going out and trying to apply the same method and doing it to the best of my ability.
How pleasing was it for you to finally crack getting a century overseas? Obviously, your previous ones have all come in Australia, leading into a big series, an Ashes series as well. How nice to sort of come off the plane and crack 100 on foreign soil. Yeah, it's nice. I probably missed a chance in India a couple of months ago. So, but honestly, I think I had a couple of 90s in the past without getting 100. So it doesn't bother me too much. I just want to contribute, play well. If that lends to hundreds, if it lends to just match-winning scores, it honestly doesn't faze me the slightest. I know in the future, and it will come back down to stats. It's a stats-based game, and everyone will go back to look at that. But it honestly doesn't faze me. I just want to play well. If obviously this week is hugely important for us over the last 2 years and how hard we worked, but we move into an Ashes series, and if it's a low scoring series, I just want to contribute. If it's a high, and that may not generate hundreds, it doesn't faze me. All you can do is be around your peers and what the peers do around you and try to excel at that, and we'll see where that leads us over the next 6 weeks. But obviously it's always a nice feather in the cap, and we'll look back in the future, and it's a nice little moment.
Trav, you mentioned missing out in India. Has that been an extra driving force for you, perhaps, coming over here? No, that honestly doesn't faze me. I'm very privileged to be where I am and do what I do and have play cricket for Australia. Like I said before, we've got a squad of guys, a very strong squad of guys on the contract list.
selection isn't going to go your way. It hasn't in the past. So yeah, that's out of my control. All I can do is try and be as consistent as I can be on the field, off the field, enjoy myself. Bloody enjoyable team to play under and play with. Yes, I'd love to play every single test match. That's not always going to be the case. And I think that gives you good perspective to moments like this and the lead up and the prep to be as relaxed as you can. And yeah, hopefully I don't get dropped too much in the future, but it's going to inevitably happen. So it doesn't bother me. It doesn't give any extra fuel, if that makes sense. Cheers.